Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today you guys are in for a treat. My client here, who is Salt and Pepper, came in and decided she wanted to do something a little bit different. So we are going to be coloring her hair purple. Yep. So to start off, we went ahead and shampooed and conditioned her using our hair repair and growth shampoo and conditioner system. This system is ideal for natural or relaxed hair. And then for color to be done, especially when it is a semi-permanent color, you do want to make sure that the hair is dry when you apply it. This is actually a industry standard, and a lot of people go against this, not knowing that they're actually diluting their color when the hair is wet, and also they're diminishing the life of that color. So the way semi-permanent color works, depending on the company, it does require a negative and positive charge. So the hair being dry, that is what creates that charge, or what we call anchoring sites, so that the color will adhere a lot better than when the hair is wet. Now, it's not every color company that does that, but the color company that I chose for this particular service, they do require that. Now, once we processed her color, if you guys can tell, she does have a little bit of staining on the scalp. That does come as a common thing, you guys. It depends on the company that you're using. It depends on the skin tone. It's a number of different factors, okay? So this is actually very normal. If you notice, her hair color is actually still dark, okay? Because her natural color was actually darker than the color we chose. And you'll notice in some places she has hues of purple where she had her salt colored hairs. And then, of course, her hair has a slight plum tinge to it as well. Don't worry, the color that is on the scalp, or that kind of stained the scalp, will dissipate over the next couple of days. So that's normal, you guys, with any color. It can happen with black, brown, whatever. So as you guys can tell, I am using a hot comb to go ahead and silk her hair out a little bit better than it would with the flat iron. The reason I decided to use the hot comb is because she does have short natural hair. So this is what we call a short style. And short hair typically reverts a lot faster when it's natural than when the hair is longer. Reason being is all of the length is actually closest to her heat zone. So it's going to revert the fastest. And of course, if you're not used to being pressed or silk pressed or hot combed, then of course it will it honestly can happen in minutes. It can happen in hours. It can happen in days. It really just depends on the client, the environment, and of course how they take care of their hair when they leave the salon. So the hot comb allows it to last a little bit longer because it is a little more direct in heat. And of course, I always say, if you're going to be getting a silk press and your stylist is using a hot comb, please, you guys, go to a stylist that has knowledge of using a hot comb, tempering a hot comb. It's very, very important. Okay, very important, you guys. So I know a lot of you are like, well, why is she doing it with the hot comb and she's going in the upward motion? Well, this is just a little pro tip for those of you who are hairstylists. When you are using a hot comb on shorter hair, longer hair, whatever the case may be, you actually get to the root a lot better when you go in the upward direction versus when you press down. Okay, it's just something that I tried out. I actually saw another stylist do it one time, and I was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense, but let me try it. And when I tried it, when I tell you, I get to the nitty gritty, you guys, and I don't have to worry about running that risk of burning the client. It's just a really fast way of being able to do a press and do it in the right way. Now, I know you guys can tell on her ends that her ends are really split. It is time for a trim, which we would definitely be doing a trim on her before we style her. And then, of course, we'll go ahead and do the curl and she'll be good to go. Now, let's talk trim. Just because you have short hair does not mean you can skip out on your trims. You actually want to make sure that you're following your trim schedule. I always mention the schedule, but I'll mention it again. For natural hair, it is quarterly, so you want to follow the 8 to 12 week mark. And then, of course, for relaxed hair, you want to follow the 6 to 10 week mark. Relaxed hair Typically, you will get your trim whenever you are doing a retouch relaxer. But if your hairstylist is money hungry and relaxer happy, I know some of them like to relax you like every other day. Definitely try to stick to that schedule of every 6 to 10 weeks. And then, of course, for my natural babies, every quarter, 8 to 12 weeks, or you can even do 12 to 16 weeks, just depending on your preference and your availability to, of course, get your trims. Now, because she has a short style, most people will think that she doesn't need a trim right now because they're trying to preserve as much length as they can. And that is not how it works, you guys. You can hinder your growth at any point or any length of the process. So you want to make sure that you're maintaining that trim schedule, as I stated before. Now, once again, I know a lot of you are like, oh my gosh, she has color on her hairline. Why is so much color on her hairline? Well, we can't actually control how much her hair grows out. And unfortunately, well, not even unfortunately, fortunately, her hairline extends out, and right at that area where you see that shadow of color, she actually had a lot of salt colored hair in that area. So of course I can't leave that area out when I'm doing the color service. So that is another common thing that happens. But as I said, it dissipates over sometimes a matter of hours to 1 to 2 days. And you don't even know that that color was there. Some colors stain more than others. You don't necessarily have control over who stains. Even when you base the area, you cannot base over salt colored hair because you need that color to penetrate as much as absolutely possible. So I just like to put that disclaimer in there because I know how my YouTube babies are. You guys are vicious. So now what I'm doing is just going through and I'm just giving her a bump or curl, or I mean, technically because her hair is short, it would be considered a curl, but it's really a bump for me. And then we're just going to comb her out and she is ready to go home. I mean, look at the shine, you guys. Like, let me just stop right there. I have not put any more product on her hair whatsoever. Look at the shine, okay? Look at how smooth her hair is. Yes, we use the hot comb, but we merely use it just to silk her out. And then we used our iron to curl her and she's out the door. A lot of times where people go wrong or where stylists go wrong is they'll use the hot comb and they'll continuously go over the hair over and over and over again. And then at the end, now you want to go over their hair with a curling iron and you just broke the bond immediately in between that service. 97 to 98%. I'm not perfect, okay? In my beginning years, that's why I say 97 to 98% of any natural client that I've ever worked on, I have yet to have them come back and say their hair did not revert, because my method to my madness, I am very, very cautious whenever I'm doing any type of silk press. I watch my client's hair. I listen to their hair. I read the pattern of their hair. Now, if you're a new client, that's a little bit different. But for my returning clients, which is so many of you beauties, I definitely pay attention to their curl pattern. And I tell people that all the time when they ask, how often can you get a silk press? It is so many different factors that will determine how often you can and cannot get a silk press. But I will tell you the characteristics. Typically, you want to make sure that your hair reverts after every press. If you notice you're getting a lot of stray hairs or straight hairs that are straggly, that's telling you that you're on the verge of that bond breaking and the hair going straight. So I would definitely back off for a little while, start doing a couple protein treatments, adding a lot more moisture, and that will prime and prep your hair up for you to be able to get a press. Now, if you guys don't mind, please don't forget to thumbs up this video. Please don't forget to comment on how beautiful this purple came out. Yes, how shiny her hair is. And then, of course, comment and tell me what you guys thought about this short hair press. I think it was cute. Okay, I like purple. I thought it was cute. So to each his own, but I like color and I appreciate her allowing me to use my creative abilities on her, because I don't really get a lot of clients that come in and say they want hair color, and I am a hair color crackhead. Okay, I am a colorist. I love doing hair color. Anyhow, I did use a little bit of our Elite excuse me, our Elite, I want to say mask it so bad because I have so many products in my mind, but our Elite Control Edge Control, just to put on her edges, just to kind of lay them down, make them nice and sleek. Listen, look at it. Yes. Okay. So make sure you guys thumbs up this video. Please, like I said, comment. Tell me what you guys thought about the color. Of course, outside of the staining. Disclaimer, I already know. She already knows. I know there's still going to be one, but it's fine. Thanks for watching, you guys. And I love you guys. Peace.